What's up, Bills Mafia? My name is Devin Long, and you are now tuned in for the ninth episode of the Down South Bills podcast. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy our content. And with that being said, let's get into the podcast. So the Bills fall to the Eagles 13-12. It was a tough loss, low scoring, grinded out type of game. Not here to panic, but there are some things that need to be said. This game just needed to be better from 17. Let's be honest, the person who needed to play better in this specific game was Josh Allen. That's not hate, that's reality. And weirdly enough, that gives me encouragement going forward because in the playoffs, Josh Allen does not make silly mistakes. He doesn't play bad. Josh Allen is a great playoff quarterback. So for us to have a game like this in December where Josh Allen is the reason that we lose, it gives me encouragement, oddly enough, because Josh Allen isn't the type of quarterback to perform that way or make those mistakes in the most key moments in the playoffs. But getting into key plays that can't happen. First quarter, 4 minutes left, 2nd and 2 at the Eagles 23. Whether it was a fumble, forward pass, whatever it was, Josh Allen has to throw that ball away and not throw it away in the way that he threw it away and think that he threw it away and then nonchalantly not even go after the ball and just assume that it's an incomplete pass. I mean, actually throw the ball away and live to see another down. It's 2nd and 2 at the Eagles 23, and we're in good position driving the ball down the field. You just can't have that happen. Josh Allen says that we're playing playoff football, but that is not a playoff decision. And so that is we're obviously not in the playoffs, so I know that he's going to elevate in the actual playoffs. But for someone that says we're playing playoff football, that just wasn't a playoff decision in that moment. And then 4th and goal, 2 minutes left in the third, fast forwarding a little bit there. Brandon Cooks is wide open in the flat. He's wide open in the flat the whole play. And at the beginning of the play, he's wide open in the flat with the lead blocker. And then when Josh Allen starts to scramble to try to get the first down, he's still there wide open, wide open. And I don't know if Josh Allen didn't see him or wanted to make a highlight play, TikTok clip, whatever. But Brandon Cooks was right there wide open, and we didn't score on that play. We gave them the ball on the 1 yard line where Josh Allen was stopped. And you can go back and look at the film, go back and look at the replays. Brandon Cooks was right, wide open right there in the flats. Um, and then you go to 3rd and 8 early in the fourth quarter. Josh Allen takes a 20-yard sack. We're on the Eagles. It's 3rd and 8. We're on the Eagles, 27-yard line. Josh Allen takes a 20-yard sack. Absolutely cannot happen. I know we may not take the field goal there because the kicker was kind of sketchy, but in that moment, we would have at least had an attempt to try the field goal or an attempt to try to go for it on 4th and 8. But Josh Allen doesn't give us a chance to live another down because he thinks he can outrun everybody. You cannot take a 20-yard sack there. And I can tell that Joe Brady was frustrated in the press box because, I mean, it's just a terrible decision there by an MVP quarterback, and you just can't make that type of decision in that moment. And then the final play of the game, Shakir's open in the back of the end zone. He's open. And Josh Allen missed the opportunity to win it by missing Shakir in the back of the end zone. I mean, we can't make excuses for great players because they're great players. I mean, we can look around and say, hey, maybe there was a drop here or there. Hey, maybe and even the defense. We cannot blame the defense here because the defense pitched a shutout in the second half. I mean, Jalen Hurts didn't complete a pass. They had 20 yards in the second half or something crazy like that. I mean, we cannot blame the defense here. We can't blame James Cook. I mean, the run game just wasn't there. They stuffed the holes. They played good run defense. But there were some opportunities to be had in the passing game that 17 just simply did not execute. And it's okay to say that. It's okay for us to critique great players such as Josh Allen. It's okay for us to do that because that's the type of things that makes those players better for themselves. Not us critiquing them, but they critique themselves. Josh Allen knows that he missed some throws last night, and I'm sure Josh Allen knows that that game is on him, and that is just only going to fuel him and make him better going into the playoffs, saying, hey, I have to make this throw. I have to see the field. I have to do this. I have to do that. And that's what separates the great players. That's why Josh Allen continues to get player even into his age 29 season, because he's one of those players who critiques himself and gets better off things such as this. Like, I don't expect Josh Allen to play next game, but the next game that we see him, I expect him to be on his P's and Q's, which will likely be wild card weekend. Passing game, we took several deep shots, and I mean, it was a beautiful thing. This is something that we don't normally see in the Bills offense. I mean, it feels like it's been forever. But we had a deep ball to Tyrell Shavers, and I mean, multiple deep balls to Brandon Cooks. What a game for Brandon Cooks. I'm an advocate for someone who's saying that, hey, I know Brandon Cooks can help this offense. He's not the answer to our offense. He's not a number one, maybe not even a number two, but Brandon Cooks is a good receiver, and he's someone who can still help stretch the field and someone who can still make plays. As he showed you last night, it would have been better to get a win so we could hear him talk and be a little bit happier about the outcome of this game with his contributions. But just seeing that deep passing game and some difficult catches from Tyrell Shavers and Brandon Cooks. I mean, these were not easy catches that these guys were making. So really encouraging signs from our deep passing game going into the playoffs. So when you put that along with being aggressive and the timing and the vision just being off for Josh Allen, this wasn't one of his sharpest games. But when you look at him being a playoff performer that is excellent and a playoff performer that always shows up and plays his best, and then you look at our vertical passing game getting going, those are things to really be encouraged about. And our defense pitching a shutout in the second half and really slowing down the Eagles offense like that. I mean, I know the Eagles offense isn't this offense that it was previously and isn't clicking on absolutely all cylinders. But that was a great defensive game plan we had there in the second half. And even a little bit in the first half. I mean, we didn't give up a lot in the run. We didn't give up a ton in the pass. 110 passing yards or something like that for Jalen Hurts and 68 rushing yards for Saquon Barkley. I mean, that is a great game for our defense. You can't really ask for much more than that against a team like the Eagles. So don't want to blame the defense at all there. And then did see a substitution with Shaq Thompson coming in from Terrell Bernard at Mike linebacker, middle linebacker. Really expected that. Shaq Thompson has been our best player at Mike linebacker, but think Terrell Bernard should just be on the outside. That isn't a problem or anything. I mean, it may be less snaps because we do play Teron Johnson quite a bit with two linebackers, but Terrell Bernard is still going to be a good player. Just a little bit banged up right now, and Shaq Thompson is bigger with our troubles defending the run. So. Also in this game, the kicker really hurt us, but he was released today. I just saw that he was released, so that's probably a good sign for Prater coming back. And Prater's been pretty good this season. I think he may have been better than Bass would have been this season, so that's a good thing if he's coming back. But even if not, we still have to get a new kicker because the one that we had, I mean, we couldn't even use him. He got blocked his first kick, and then we could tell throughout the game that we weren't trusting him to make kicks. We continued to go for it, and I mean that was the difference in the game. If we could have made one field goal, two field goals, we would have won that game. So not having a kicker, having the block kick, I mean it hurt us, but I don't really want to blame the game on that. Josh Allen has to be better in this game. The defense was great, and so the offense has to complement them a little bit better. Why I'm not worried about Josh Allen long term, I've mentioned it, but just the way he's played in the playoffs, it kind of speaks for itself. I know I've spoken on it in the on the podcast previously, but Josh Allen, 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in the playoffs. I mean, stats speaks for themselves. I mean, I know we haven't won as a team, but Josh Allen has played his part, and hopefully this season, everyone else can come to play as well. So, rest everyone before the playoffs is my recommendation. I don't think we should fight for the 5, 6, or 7 seed. I mean, I don't know if Sean McDermott will, but I think just keeping everyone out who's a little bit banged up. Josh Allen with the foot, Dalton Kincaid with the knee, Dawson Knox with the knee, and anyone else who's slightly banged up, maybe Joey Bosa. Health is everything right now, so I just think that instead of fighting for the 5 seed versus the 6 versus the 7 seed, just go ahead and rest everyone and get everyone ready for that wild card weekend matchup, regardless of who that is. And then want to touch on the division. I won't lie, I wanted the division. I would be telling you a lie if I told you that I didn't want to win the division. But losing the division isn't the end of the world. And I know the Patriots fans and everyone want us to feel so bad for losing the division, but it's not the end of the season. If they make it further than us in the playoffs, or we didn't make the playoffs, or whatever that case would have been, then it would have hurt a little bit more. But we still have a chance to reach the ultimate goal. I know winning the division is important, but ultimately, as football fans, and especially as Buffalo Bills fans, we want a Super Bowl. Like, we don't want a Super Bowl more than the division. If I tell you right now, the Bills could either win the division or make the Super Bowl, which one would you choose? So I mean, I understand that the division is an important thing. It would have been important to get. It would have been nice to have home field advantage. Going through Orchard Park, especially for the last year in the stadium. But it's not the end of the world. We can still win the Super Bowl. We'll probably still be favored in almost all, if not all, of our games leading up to the Super Bowl if we make it that far. So the Super Bowl is still in reach, and that's the ultimate goal. So if you're one of those people who's really beat up, like, dang, we really let the Patriots win the division. I mean, that's a bad thing, and we shouldn't have let them do that. But at the end of the day, we still have a chance to reach our ultimate goal. So, final thought: this team doesn't need to be perfect to win. I say it all the time, but as long as we don't turn the ball over, we've proven all season that we don't need to be perfect. We just need to be healthy. We just need to be healthy, and we need to let 17 be 17 in January, because in January he's proven that he's one hell of a quarterback. So if you want me to break anything else down, please comment, please like, please share, please subscribe if you enjoy my content. And thanks again for checking out the pod. Go Bills.